Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
I can tell you if you're going to reach your goal just by showing me your calendar. That's it. If it's not in there and I can't see it and actions are not being done and I know that you're accountable, not happening, guys. So I think the worst places to be when you want something big is to be fooling yourself. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Welcome back to the podcast. And it's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. Guys, if you're feeling a little meh, always remember that there are places to go, people to see, people to ask that you can get some help from. And what a huge theme for me right now, getting help, asking for help, asking for people to help me with a plan. You can't do this by yourself. I'm building a brand new company. If you guys have not followed yet, if you've ever liked this podcast, even for an iota of, what is an iota anyway? Please help me out. Send me the definition of iota. Is that like a little bit, a pinch? What? The definition is up in the air for me right now. If you've ever gotten even the tiniest bit of inspiration from this or an idea, it would mean the world to me if you would go to @drinklightpink at Drink, LITEPINK, and go follow that page. If you love anything on it, please share it. Get your friends to follow. We're building a massive community over there that is going to help women connect to themselves, each other, and their dreams. So truly, I want it to be an educational platform as well. There's going to be events. There's going to be so many incredible things that are going to be rolled out within that community. It is the beverage that comes with the community. So go check it out right now. And asking for help. It's so huge. I just asked right there. I had no problem asking for help because I've spent a lot of years adding value without asking for much in return, if anything. So with that said, everything that I do, I hope that you also are standing in the shoes of an observer and being able to see not only getting value or seeking wisdom, but also being an observer of how things are done, how you can ask in ways that feel comfortable. That is a really cool place to be when you realize you're not only the student, but you can also start becoming the observer of how things are said, how things are done, how sales are done, how, things are strategized, how things are planned. And speaking of that, a lot of you, myself included, are ruining your lives because you are not willing to get a plan. So I want you to think of this. If you don't spend the time creating a plan and being willing to let that plan go and create another plan, then you're going to show up to the construction site and just have your supplies and lumber and screws and everything everywhere and have no clue about how to put the puzzle together. So if you showed up and you just ordered a bunch of random crap and you wanted to build a house, but you showed up without the home plans, how are you going to feel every single day on that construction site? You guys, this is what you're doing to yourself. This is what I was doing to myself. I was like, you know what? It's fun to order the lumber. You know what? It's fun to pick out the sink and the tiles. You know what? It's fun to pick out what the bathroom is going to look like. It's fun to pick out all the kitchen stuff. And you're doing all of those things and you're picking it out and you're having a blast. And all of a sudden you're starting to get really frustrated because you've tried to skip to the fun part without doing the work, without having the plans. So what I mean by that is you have to do all the annoying outlining stuff. You have to do all of that annoying measurements. You have to do all of the things that you need help for and asking for guidance and pulling those people in and getting a day by day, week to week plan and pulling in the people that you're going to need around creating this plan long before you get to go pick out the fun stuff. So with that said, sometimes from week to week, what you're going to have to do is from week to week, you're just going to be planning on what you're going to be doing from week to week. And sometimes that feels like you're not getting anywhere. When you're in the most important stuff, it can feel like you're not getting anywhere. And I want to remind you that the more that you can sit with that, knowing that you are getting a really solid foundation, the more that you're going to create something awesome and avoid those feelings of frustration later. So here's what I'm talking about. If you don't know what your focus is, and your intention is for next week on your life or your business, you're going to show up next week and another week is going to go by and you're going to feel like shit. You are going to be so freaking frustrated. You're going to be like, what's wrong with me? I can't do this. See, I don't finish anything. I'm not like them. I don't have the skills. No, it's not that you don't have the skills. It's that you don't have the right plan. It's that you don't have the right plan. Or maybe you do have a plan, but it's not the right one for you and you're not willing to let it go because you saw it work for someone else. Guess what? If it's not moving, then it's not for you. If you've showed up enough to it and it's not working, you got to tweak some things. So I want you to look at your next week. And a lot of times, here's what happens. You want to focus on everything, but a plan really only works if you're focusing on one thing at a time, right? So if you have a goal of just getting healthier, maybe next week, your only plan is to focus on making sure you learn how to get a good schedule down for yourself and a good routine so that you start showing up for a 10-minute workout 3 times a week. Maybe you just need to focus on the plan. If you're starting a business, maybe your focus for the next week or 2 weeks is to find one person who can help you map out a plan. Like right now, you guys, I'm literally just looking for a certain type of person who can help me map out a plan. Right? A certain type of plan or an alcohol expert. Like it feels like things are going so slow because I'm like, wow, my only job for this next 2 weeks, while there's a lot of other little things going on, right, that I can handle. But my only big needle moving thing right now is to find somebody who can help me in this arena. So as you can see, there's going to be a lot of things to focus on that you're probably taking your focus off of because there's something else fun to do. How many times have you sat down and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to do these emails because it feels easy and it's going to make me feel productive. And then I'll go do the hard thing. Oh my God, you're not going to go back and do the hard thing. Eat That Frog, right? The author of Eat That Frog always talks about how you want to do the hard things first and plan for the hard things first during the parts of your day that you have the most willpower. Do the hard things first whenever you can, or they will not get done. They take up the most willpower from what you have for that day. So willpower is you only get a certain amount every single day, right? It's not unlimited whatsoever. So be really aware of where you're using it. But this is what I want you to think about. What do you need to put in your plans for this next week? When are you going to plan for it? I have this podcast every few months because it is so important. We forget. I forget. Right? What do you want? What do you want to move next week? So what's important? What needs to go in the schedule? Because if it's not time blocked on your schedule in your calendar, it's not getting done. So all of you, I can tell you, if you're going to be successful right now, I have no problem saying it. If you're going to be successful right now, if you showed me your calendar, I don't care if it's on paper. I don't care if it's in your phone. I don't care if it's in your computer. I can tell you if you're going to reach your goal just by showing me your calendar. That's it. If it's not in there and I can't see it and actions are not being done and I know that you're accountable, not happening, guys. So I think the worst places to be when you want something big is to be fooling yourself. Is to be fooling yourself and not having it in there. So if that needle's going to move, it better look like it's moving in your calendar. All right. I love you guys so much. I am going to head out on my run. I got shit to do today. I got to go plan my plans because my next week is not quite planned yet. And it's making me feel a little overwhelmed and frustrated. So once I get my plan in place, I'm going to feel like a new woman and we're going to be on our way. Okay, guys, I want to know what you took away from this. I want to know if you're going to put it in your calendar. I want to know if you want to screenshot your calendar for me and tag me in it and show me. And I'll let you know if something's going to move for you next week. All right, you guys, I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. Again, if you haven't yet, please go follow @DrinkLightPink. If there's any motivation on there that you love, share it. Yeah, that's it. That would mean the world to me. Okay, until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a
paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing, since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool. Hey all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently, and most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.